Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the second episode of Soccer PM. I'm Kris Camara and this is Jeff Sterling with an American accent.
Don't blame us, blame's normal. Our production only has a tight budget, but at least people say yes to us, unlike a certain Premier League football club when it comes to transfers. But let's move on to the second round of games that happened during the week in the Premier League.
In what was definitely the shock result of the week, league champions Manchester United crashed 1-0 to Burnley at Turf Moor. The home side took the lead early on through a fantastic volley from talisman Robbie Blake, much the obvious delight of the home crowd. Sir Alex's men attempted to fight back, and had a chance to equalise through the penalty spot. Michael Carrick however produced an excellent stop from Burnley keeper Brian Jensen, who produced a man of the match display.
Yes, Chris, he has done his chances of a call-up to the Denmark squad no harm at all. The champions had a number of clear-cut chances, but continued to be frustrated by Jensen. New striker Michael Owen started up front, but failed to impress in front of England boss Fabio Capello, and was later replaced by Dimitar Berbatov. Neither of them could bring the breakthrough though, and Burnley held on for an emphatic win.
The question people will be asking clearly after this result is, do Manchester United miss Ronaldo and Tevez? And the answer is obviously yes.
Jeff, they certainly do, Chris, and one has to question whether they have enough quality and depth to win the title for a fourth consecutive time. Personally, I don't think they do. Nevertheless, great performance by Burnley, and Owen Coyle must be given all the credit in the world. Keep those results coming, and they will certainly stay up.
Chelsea travelled to the Stadium of Light on Tuesday, and after 18 minutes they were behind to Sunderland's £10 million striker Darren Bent. Chelsea tried in the first half but couldn't find a breakthrough. Carlo Ancelotti showed great character to leave the same 11 on for the second half. This paid off as in the 52nd minute Michael Ballack scored to put Chelsea finally level. Then 9 minutes later Chelsea went 2-1 up with Frank Lampard scoring from the penalty spot. Then 9 minutes later Deco scored to put the game beyond the Black Cats.
Chelsea edged the game out, and in truth it could have been much more, but another good performance from the bookies' favourites to win the game. My man of the match goes to Frank Lampard as he put in a good performance yet again for Chelsea, and was on score sheet.
Next up was Wigan, who hosted Wolves. Wigan looked in good shape after their win away to Villa at the weekend, but Wolves had other plans. Andrew Keir put Wolves ahead after 6 minutes, which seemed a blow to Wigan, and knocked them a bit. Wigan pushed up nearer the end of the half, and showed great potential, but nothing came. Roberto Martinez wanted his team to continue this pressure into the second half, which they did all through the second half, but Wolves weren't letting go of their 3 points that easily. Eventually the full-time whistle came, and Wolves won their first 3 points of the premiership, which was deserved for all the defending that they'd done. It's strange how Wigan can go from winning 2-0 away to Aston Villa to getting beat 1-2 at home to Wolves, who never really threatened apart from the goal. My man of the match goes to Andrew Keir, who had to put pressure on the Wigan defenders all on his own, and he scored a goal for his team to win their first 3 points.
It's strange how Wigan can go from winning 2-0 away to Aston Villa to getting beat 1-0 at home to Wolves, who never really threatened apart from the goal. My man of the match goes to Andrew Keir, who had to put pressure on the Wigan defenders all on his own, and he scored a goal for his team to win their first 3 points.
Next we move on to the match at the KC Stadium, which saw Phil Brown's Hull City smashed 5-1 by a very impressive Tottenham side. Jermaine Defoe deservedly picked up the Man of the Match award, and capped a great performance with a hat-trick in the 90th minute. Robbie Keane and Wilson Palacios completed the rout, while Stephen had tried, in vain, to get back Hull into the game, when he made it 2-1. Jeff.
Spurs have started the season in fantastic form, Chris, and Defoe in particular was outstanding to watch. He certainly will have impressed Fabio Capello with his finishing tonight. Harry Redknapp's side dominated the game from start to finish, and were very good for the win.
So can they break into the top 4 then?
Well, it's certainly going to be very difficult, but if they can keep up the performances of the first 2 games, I can definitely see them being there, or thereabouts, come next May.
Time for our break. We'll be back soon for the rest of the games. See you then.